This is the Pine Hill Rallycross Tournament. You are watching Group 4 of the first round.
I'm your host, Mike Canick, and this is my co-host, Mac Laren. And if we sound a bit congested, we're getting over colds. So, let's just do this. There's our group of cars that will be racing today.
Let's head to driver introductions.
Up first, we've got the 4 seed, Robb Ironfang Vexler from Lone Wolf Racing, and he's driving that beautiful Mercedes 500 SLC Rally.
Second up, it's Georgio from G-Force Racing. He comes from Oregon in his Audi Quattro, and he is the 12 seed.
Our 20 seed, Cooter Smiff from Stupid Fish Racing, is driving his BMW M1 from Florida, coming in at 65 grams.
And Kay from Highway 355 Racing is driving his Chrysler Pacifica. He comes from Texas, and he's the 28 seed.
On the pole for race number 1, it is Robb. Georgio gets a jump, but Robb pulls ahead out of race 1. Oh, there, Cooter Smiff is off the cliff. Here goes Kay with the lead. Where is Cooter? Georgio is pushing Kay down the track.
There's Cooter Smiff. He's next to the picnic table.
Kay's gonna back in for the win. Georgio in second, and Robb slides in for third. And there's Cooter Smiff. I hope he's okay after that plunge, and the workmen already have a barrier up there to keep them from doing that again, hopefully.
Here we are for the instant replay. Robb Ironfang Vexler immediately took the lead, but here we see Cooter Smiff taking the plunge off of the cliff. Thank goodness he didn't fall into that black hole over there. And then Kay passed Georgio for the lead. Coming onto the hilly section, here we see Cooter Smiff
Plummeting
by. He ended up landing on his wheels down by the parked cars. Here come the others. Kay is getting pushed by Georgio. Georgio doing all he can to try and get around, but couldn't quite do it. Kay spins around, coming around turn 3, and he's trying to see Georgio to make sure he doesn't get around, I think. Kay pulls away, coming down the final straightaway from Georgio to take the first victory. Georgio takes second, and Lone Wolf took third.
So a bad start for Cooter Smiff. A good start for Kay, the 28 seed, 4 points in the lead.
Here we are for race 2. Cooter Smiff is on the pole. He needs those points, and he will pull out into the lead. Robb Ironfang Vexler comes through for the pass. Here comes Kay, trying to track down Ironfang, and he does. What happened to Robb? He falls back. Kay has the lead now. And Kay is going to take the win. Robb coming in at the last second, but it wasn't enough. And Cooter Smiff will take third.
There's Georgio flipped over, coming out of turn 1. We see Cooter taking the lead there, and there's Georgio just rolling it over. Robb took advantage of Cooter Smiff spinning around. Hard impact into turn 2 there. Kay catching Robb. He hits the inside wall of the hills really hard, and Kay just blows right by. And here comes Cooter pounding into the back of Robb there. And that helped him gain momentum and try to track down Kay here, but it wasn't enough. Close though.
After the second race, Kay holds the lead with 2 victories in a row with 8 points. Lone Wolf has second with 5, and Georgio has 3.
Kay's on pole. Can he extend his lead in race number 3? Georgio in hot pursuit. Cooter and Robb are tangled up. Kay is struggling. Georgio ends up with the lead. He's going down in reverse.
And Kay's out.
Everybody's all tangled up back there. I don't know who's where. Georgio ends up taking it, and here comes Robb for second. And there's Cooter stuck coming into turn 3. And where is Kay? Stuck on the hills.
Kay had the pole, and he tried to extend his lead after winning the first 2 races, but got passed by Georgio coming into turn 2. Georgio spins around, and then Kay on the hills hits the wall, spins around, gets passed by Robb and Cooter Smiff. Coming down here, Georgio has a nice lead in reverse.
And you see Cooter just hitting the wall and spinning out there in turn 3.
Robb Ironfang Vexler manages to keep going and eventually takes second place, but Georgio takes the win. Apparently, we do not have the finish line camera on this race.
Yeah, we lost it. Anyways, Kays and Robb are now tied for the lead with 8. The others are a little bit further behind.
Giorgio on the pole. He has second right now, behind Kay and Robb, and he spins around. Robb hits him and catapults him way out in the lead, but then he gets sideways and gets passed by Robb, Ironfang, and Vexler, who take the win. Giorgio in second. I think that's everybody.
There is Cooter stuck in almost the same spot as the last race, and it was Kay that flipped it over on the top straight.
Yes.
Then we see Kay getting pushed by Cooter after flipping over. Luckily, Cooter was able to make it down. Make it around, even though he wasn't able to make it down all the way. It was Georgio getting loose coming down the hills there, and then Cooter also got loose. Georgio gets creamed by Robb, who comes around the outside. Georgio was able to keep going. I don't think he would have if Robb hadn't helped him. And we see Cooter getting stuck up there. Coming down to the line, it is Robb who took it over Georgio.
Robb, Ironfang, and Vexler has the lead. After race 4 with 12, Giorgio in second with 10, and Kay with 8.
Robb, Ironfang, Vexler back on pole for race number 5, and they're off. Cooter Smiff in hot pursuit. Giorgio has rolled it over again. Cooter has spun around. I'm not sure what happened to Kay, but Robb is still coming down. And it's still coming down. Kay is coming down in the background there, we see. But Robb will back in for the win, and here comes Cooter and Kay. And of course, Giorgio flipped it over in turn 1.
Here we are in the instant replay. Robb, Ironfang, Vexler took the lead, but Giorgio flipped it over. Cooter Smiff spun around and he got pushed by Kay or something, but he managed to keep going. Meanwhile, Robb was way out in the lead. Kay was holding second place, hits the wall there. Cooter Smiff coming in hot down the hills. Had a very fast time there. Robb, Ironfang, Vexler still held the lead, but Kay spun around there and got hit by Cooter Smiff, which caused Cooter Smiff managed to get around him somehow. So see, he pushes by him on the outside of the final straightaway to take second place, and Kay took third.
It is Robb, Ironfang, Vexler extending his lead. Kay and Giorgio are tied for second with 3 races left. Cooter Smiff is going to have to do some catching up. He's on pole.
The race is really between Kay and Giorgio at this point, as Cooter Smiff pulls out into the lead. Yes, he needs some points desperately here. Giorgio coming in here. Oh my goodness, Cooter Smiff spins around. He still has the lead. Here comes Giorgio on the outside to take the win. Giorgio takes it. Cooter Smiff second, and Robb, Ironfang, Vexler takes third. Where is Kay? It seems like he is stuck on turn 5.
Okay, we're going to have to sort this all out in the instant replay as we see that Cooter was able to hold the lead, and Giorgio got up on 2 wheels back there. Everybody was pretty clean through turn 2 and onto the hills, where Cooter extended his lead and Kay was starting to fall behind a little bit. But coming into turn 3 is where it started to get all crazy. Cooter spun around, Giorgio cut up the inside of Robb. Everybody was pounding into the back of each other. Cooter spun it back around and kept going. Robb got stuck, and Kay pushed him at the cost of his own race. Cooter hit the inside wall of the final straight, and Giorgio just comes streaking down the outside to take a brilliant win there. And Robb, with the help of Kay, comes in for third.
Robb extends his lead, and Giorgio pulls it into second. Kay now needs to catch up to him because he's 4 points behind.
So this is another race where nobody was able to finish. First one this group. We see Cooter blocking out the others. This was Kay's chance, but unfortunately he couldn't capitalize and rolled it over coming into turn 3. So here's the redo. Kay on pole. He needs to win this here, finish ahead of Giorgio at least, but he rolls it over. Giorgio is the last one going. I think, at least. Giorgio continues on down for a great win.
And that is everybody. As we see here in the instant replay, Cooter Smiff took the early lead, until he crashed Kay into Georgio, causing a chain reaction. And after that, Georgio was the only car standing coming out of the hills. He hits the walls twice, going down the hills. It was a big win for him because if he took this, it would seal the fate of Cooter Smiff and Kay. And he came down the final straight and came across the line to tie Robb Ironfang Vexler at 18 points. Kay had 10 and Cooter Smiff had 8.
And this was another race where all the contestants failed to make it down to the finish line. So this will be another redo. Georgio took the lead, but everybody got all tangled up onto the hills there, very close together, and it's not a very good thing there, so they all ended up stuck. And here's the redo. Georgio was on the pole for the final race. Robb pushing him out to the early lead, and we've lost Cooter Smiff back there. Georgio is coming down in reverse. Wait, no, it's Kay. Georgio's stuck. Wait, now Kay is stuck. Is there somebody else coming down? Wait, here comes Georgio and Cooter Smiff. What the heck is going on here? Georgio is going to come in for the win. I think Cooter is stuck behind Kay up there.
That was a crazy race. Let's see the instant
New
replay.
record for the slowest time ever.
Wow, 21.43. And there is...
Robb stuck on the top of the hill there.
Okay, let's find out what happened in the instant replay. As Mike said, Georgio took the lead, but we thought Cooter Smiff was stuck, but I don't think he was.
He sure looks stuck to me.
Georgio got stuck, then he got pushed by Lone Wolf, causing him to go to the other side of the track as Kay pulled way out into the lead. Where is Cooter Smiff? Here he comes, creeping down turn 2, and then hits Georgio, pushing him down the track. I don't know how he managed to keep going that slow. Kay crashed, or spun around coming out of turn 3, and then got stuck in turn 4. And now we have to wait for Cooter Smiff and Georgio again. Here they come.
Instant replay ever.
Yeah. Here comes Georgio. He cuts to the inside and crashes Kay. And Cooter Smiff got stuck behind Kay. Poor Kay there. He thought he would get pushed, but nope. Georgio took the win.
Instead.
Yeah.
And there's your final scores, folks. Georgio takes his win with 22, a great comeback, winning the last 3 races. Robb takes second with 18. And Kay had 10, and Cooter with 8.
Congratulations to Georgio and Robb Ironfang Vexler for moving on to the second round.
Thank you to Kay and Cooter Smiff for participating in this race. We hope to see them back for another one. Now, here's a look at the bracket. Next group will be led by Chase Family Racing's TVC there. That's all for now, folks. Thank you for watching.
Thank goodness that's all for now.